Grandmaster Sken, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Okay, Simon, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. I'm really looking forward to this interview. I've heard a lot about you. I've never known anyone where people speak about someone in such high regard. I'm slightly nervous, I'll admit, but we've had a conversation before and you've made me feel better. So, look, Grandmaster Sken, first of all, perhaps we let our audience know, what does the title Grandmaster mean?
When you trained Muay Thai or martial art for very, very long time and with, of course, high skill and, you become a real role model to so many students, many instructors, and, in my lifetime, I spent, and now together now 62 years. But when I got my grandmaster level, I was at about 51 years of age, and in Thailand by a Crew Muay Thai Association. All the master and grandmaster put my name forward in order to give me such a honor and award in Thailand in 2009. And because I have done so much for promoting Muay Thai and conduct myself is such that all my lifetime, that's what I do, study the sport, and Muay Thai and martial art have been my subject and weapon. So that, and because I conduct myself as such a way, and a committee of master and grandmaster, and put my name forward, and invite me to go back to Thailand, and they have a big ceremony on, and so many the master and student came all over the world in Thailand, and make a big ceremony and present me at a grandmaster level. And yeah, of course, it cannot just be given by quite easily. You need to be and go through the committee and until approved by all the board of teacher and grandmaster. And because I have done so much work for Muay Thai and promote Muay Thai, I conduct myself as such role model, then I deserve to be honored at a grandmaster in Thailand in 2009.
Yes, I'd like everyone to realize how much of a big title this is. And in fact, back where you're from, you are, and here, but back where you're from, you're incredibly, incredibly well known, aren't you, in the sport that you're in and for everything that you've done. Yeah, Muay Thai. You've had some huge accolades. What have you, in your career, what have you won?
For me, you see, in my fighting wise, I won't concentrate about how to win, and concentrate about how to earn money for living, in order to send myself to study. Because when my father died, I need money to give myself education. So that's why it's important. I have to carry on fighting. Sometimes we fight 3-4 days, and sometimes two, three times a day in order to get money. And again, my friend always introduced me as a champion. I said, to be honest, I wasn't a champion, but I was a professional fighter in order to get money for my education. And however, when I get income, I'm gonna send myself to the primary school, secondary school, high school, and then enter the physical education university at Bangkok. That's where you study to become a teacher, to teach different sports. I can teach the football, volleyball, and gymnastics, dancing, but my main subject is the Muay Thai. So that's why I put myself in training, in education, in order to have the real true knowledge. And my purpose is don't want to just live in Thailand. I want to see the world. So when my father died at the age of 8, and by the 9 years of age, I always said to my mother, my mom said, "Mom, I want to see the world." And she said, "Look, I can't help you, son." And I know a breakdown. I can understand what you talk to me, and I will support you all the way through, but I can send you to, you know, to stay in Buddhist Temple in order to get free food and some education, but also, and you can do what you want to do to put yourself, and for education, help yourself to go to the, you know, secondary school, high school, and from there. And I knew that I couldn't tell my mother that in how to get money is to go fight. So I always, even I stay with at my home with my mom, I would jump out the window at late night, go to the fair, they call it temple fair, to get to fight and get money for my education. And in my career, I've been fighting so many times. It hardly lost, but the difference in why I was doing so well, because one, intelligent, two, talent, ability that I know that I've got the ability to do. And like I said to you before, I have 3D: discipline, dedication, and determination. So when I was trained with the Buddhist monk, and the monk really gave me that, okay, the strategy, system, and also the peacefulness and the strength, and to believe in myself and confidence, and to combine mental side and physically, that helped me to be mostly outsmart my opponent. Well, already, even I don't know you understand about the art of war, Sun Tzu. When I was young, I already quite kind of do that kind of belief and practicing, and I always study about myself in order to make sure that I have got a real ability to think and outsmart my opponent. And the monk will help me the strategy and system. And I got my family who been trained Muay Thai and it helping me. And also my friend who's very good, and we've all been support. That's why I would say it's not about yourself, it's about the people around you, with your family, and about teacher, mentor, and who they met in your life, and the people give you knowledge. And you, it's most important that you're humble. When you're humble, everyone wants to give you that knowledge.
I can.
That's why it helped me to be better myself. Okay.
I can tell you're humble, because when I asked you what you'd won, you haven't mentioned this huge number of accolades that I think anyone else, and world titles and championships and everything else. And you have that, you haven't gone straight to that as a sort of measure of success. I think that is so charming. And yeah.
Thank you. You know, last week, one of the master from Sri Lanka, and he sent a message to me, the Grandmaster, and have you been fighting? And said, I haven't seen your video. And I said, look, I fought a note in Thailand, but why you ask me about fighting? Why don't you ask me about, you know, how much knowledge have I got? How many years I've been training? And what I think about how I've applied my strategy. And have you seen me do demonstration on YouTube? Have you ever trained with me yet? No. And he never trained with me yet. But when you train with me, you will understand this. The way I teach was different, because it wasn't just a while. I'm going to let you kick the pad, hit the back as hard you can, but I'm going to sit down with you, talk you through about what is martial art is all about. What is a mind is about. Martial art is to teach you about self-discipline. That's why then, which you will ask me later on, and it's about what about how to help my mind to become better in myself or strong. And I always said to the student who asked me, he said, look, the true strength lie in gentleness. Mastery of the world begin with mastery of self. You understand that?
Yeah, you can't do anything until you know yourself and you've mastered yourself, then you can conquer.
Therefore, I said to this student from Sri Lanka, and I said, you don't measure myself about fighting skill. Measure myself about how smart I am, how I conduct myself in such a way for, I don't drink, I don't smoke, don't take drugs. I conduct myself in the sport. It's just absolutely straightforward. Make sure that I don't go harm or hurt anybody. Conduct myself in such a way, that way the measure. And so the world champion, and I always said to my student, like Ronnie Green, I taught him, and I taught many world champions. I said, look, if you are the champion in the ring, but when you walk outside the ring, you become so bad person, and you meet the champion, it means nothing. To me, the champion in the ring is not as most important, but the most important is champion in life.
Grandmaster Sken, I am going to clearly have to drag this out of you. Now, how many world championships have you, in fact, won over your career?
No, I am not the world champion. I'm a teacher.
Okay. Where did, yeah.
I don't not hold any title, but when I fought free sparring against any champion, it lasted me for 1 minute 30 seconds. That makes sense. So, yeah. So I don't win any title, because when I tell you a story, I went study University of Bangkok, okay, and this is PE University. And every weekend, I go to sit in the mecca of Muay Thai tournament stadium, they call Lumpini Stadium. And just before I left to Thailand, before 1977, I sat out there. My teacher was a referee. He came, and then he came to sit beside me. He held my shoulder. He says, Sken, I know that you're my thinking. He said to me, you can beat any champion in the ring right now, right? Any current champion. He says, yeah, I would like to go in the ring and beat every one of them. And then he grabbed to me my shoulder. He said, you see there, one of the Thai champion near the corner there, one of the best Thai champion. No one know him anymore. He got a wife and 2 kids, live in Bangkok. He earned money, something about let's say 1,000 baht a week. That means not more than 400 pounds, not more than 40 pounds. But you have to learn something, 5,000 baht. That means about at least minimum to 200 pounds to 500 pounds. But he only for 40 pounds that he earned, a week, so he can't even live. My teacher said, I believe that he go take drug and sell the drug and things like that. That is a great Thai champion. Don't answer me now. Go for a couple of days, come to answer before you want to do. You want to become Lupanim champion? You become world champion, or you want to see the world? Or you want to be an excellent teacher? 2 days later on, I met my teacher. I said, sir, I want to see the world. So he gave me help. And then
it's an unbelievable story, because you know that you could beat all the world champions. And I've seen your videos, and it's frighteningly quick and disarming, and you're amazing at your sport. But it's so refreshing, because you took the opinion that you want to get to the standard that you could beat everyone, but you didn't necessarily need the acclaim that went with it. You just needed to know yourself that you could beat them.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why my teacher said, I know what you're capable. You will come national champion, world champion. You can, whatever you want to achieve, you can. But he knows that I talked to him about after my father died. I love to see all the world. I want to go see the world, want to teach people. And that's why my passion is to teach. Recently, the Warner Brothers and do the Mortal Kombat. And, and my student, the master, come to Thailand with me. And I know that he can give me plenty of money and go to Thailand with him. And I said, my student Phil, I said, Phil, I love my teaching. I have enough money and I enjoy my life. I don't need to, and I love my wife here. I love England. So you don't need to ask me to go there. And he just said, yeah, I understand. So now it is important about as long as you live comfortably and be happy with yourself, and you know that you are capable to do anything what you want to do. And I know that I can become world champion, I can beat your champion. And when I went to London, one of Thai champion who said to me, "You don't look like a Thai fighter because you have a scar." And I said to him, he said, "Oh, one day we do free sparring, okay?" And then he asked me, "Oh, can we do demonstration, like a free sparring together in front of 1,000 people in the big Thai restaurant in London?" And I took my fighter with me, my champion. I said, "What? You never seen me fight? Just what? There's a gentleman, he's an ex-Thai champion, wanted free sparring with me. So I'm going to show you how I'm capable." And you see, Simon, let me stand for you. You see, before you.
Fantastic.
You see, most Muay Thai fighters will walk to you like a tank. Now what? How do?
Now, you've not lost it, have you?
Huh?
Still got it?
Now the movement, what I do, I'm so different from everybody. So I knew that everyone would think out of the box, but I think from my brain that I think outside the box. So my style is about me as a person. I express myself when I'm fighting. I do technique quite different. I can do gymnastics. I studied Muhammad Ali. I qualified boxing trainer. I put all the athletic, the move, everyone move like a tank to throw a punch, but I use athletic so quick, so that one can detect what I got to do. So that's why it's important that when I do this, it's helping me.
You're so nice and humble, and you've got a lovely smile across your face. Has anyone underestimated you ever? You see things in town where the young will walk around outside and, you know, start fights with people to try and make themselves look good in front of the crowd. You know, has anyone sort of thought, "Oh, I'm gonna pick on that chap there," and had the shock of their life?
You know, when I came to this country in 1977, and I need money to open my gym because I want to study high degree, but I didn't have any money. So, and my friend, I get a job for you. I asked him what. He said, "You want to be the bouncer?" And I said, "No, I don't let I get enough money. I'm gonna work for 1.5 years or 1 year, and then I have money to open my gym." So when I was at the door, and because I'm so small, and my friend, we talk about 18 stone, and 6 and 7 foot tall, and only one man who's the smallest. But I only want to be what they call pick on all the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes
But they regretted it.
Fighting is called, the art of fighting is this. Remember this. The art of fighting without fighting. So you talk, you smile, you talk around, you want to fight. You always fight away or say, "Look, I don't want to fight you." But when you see most bouncer get knocked out because they stood there and said, "Come on, what are you going to do about it?" But I move sidestep to the side until I stand quite close to his wrist. I can lock him and take him down to the ground. And within few seconds, I won. He collapsed on the floor, and if I lock his arm, and finish. So that is just about outsmart anybody. And if I need to kick somebody, and someone really on drug and very powerful, I go for low kick, boom. Somersault in there, boom, down. And I don't need to put too much time, effort to do it within a few seconds. Well, many times. And sometimes I used to stay in Manchester and quite not so far from outside, and go to see my student who own the kebab. Walk on the street. Four guys walked with me, and he said, "Oh," and swearing, "I want to fight you, and I want to fight me." And I said, look, I don't want to fight. I want to go. I just want to look for my food and go too sleepy. They don't want to fight you. But about 10, 11 o'clock at night, you know. And the guy didn't listen, just walked toward me, try to attack. I go a few seconds, four of them out. And then that's it's all about. And then within, because the training for me is and super fit. And I remember when I was much younger, when I jumped in the air, I felt a feeling called I could fly. Okay, I could jump really high, 12 feet high, you know, jump kick, you know, so that's what I do. So that was, it's about knowledge. It's important. So now you can see the martial art or Muay Thai, it teaches you about being the true strength lie in gentleness. Mastery of world begins from the mastery of self. And it doesn't need to, you know, to prove anything.
I think those four guys needed a little bit more knowledge as well in the street, and perhaps they should have gone onto Google and perhaps put your name in there before they ask. Probably the wrongest person in the world, whether.
That time no one know about Muay Thai. Everyone thought it was Kung Fu. But then I realized Muay Thai is really tough.
What is Muay Thai then? What is it? What makes it different?
Muay Thai is a Thai style boxing. It originated in Thailand, okay? And science of 9 limbs, like I said to you before. And it consists of the mind, the brain, to fist, to need to kick. In the old day, we used in the battleground. So incorporate with the Krabi Kabong with Thai weapon. So the Thai warrior is a very high skill with Muay Thai technique, and then combined with the Thai sword and weapon. And that's how we use in the old day. So Muay Thai is Thai style boxing and a national sport of Thailand. But in the old day, they call Muay Boran. That's where the fighting art we used for kill, in order to kill the enemy, the opponent in the battleground. In the ring, in 1930, Muay Thai became a sport because boxing rule adopted by Christian the international rule. So become the same weight category and put the gloves on, make it more humane sport in 1930. So that in Thailand now, 90% is for ring sport. But for me, I study, before I left Thailand, is now, I study martial art in order to make sure that Muay Thai and being used for self-defense, for fitness physically, mentally, it gives you that health and well-being in terms of confidence. It's about cope with to face the difficulty when you have difficult time and overcome this all obstacle, you know. So that's why it's important when you have martial art spirit, you have fighting spirit. That's why I said the will to win. Okay, so that martial art, that Muay Thai is about it. Thailand national sport of Thailand, but also it's martial art. When we say martial art, we use incorporate with weapon. That we can.
Yeah, and so when I referred to 13 or whatever, however many championships you won, it wasn't world championships, I've learned now. It was lifetime awards, wasn't it? Or something which was, that's what it was. So it was some greater.
You know, in the Combat Hall of Fame, Fighter magazine, and a magazine, all Buddha magazine, all over the world. And, you know, I've been 3 years in a row best promoter of Muay Thai for Muay Thai tournament. Okay, and 2009 I've been get a special award from Thai government, the Ministry of Sport Education of Thailand, that for my beautiful the statue trophy of hero Muay Thai for teaching the Muay Thai around the world, promote Muay Thai and country around the world. And 2000 I received the Blazer honor, and that means one of the best trainer in the world, and in being present in Thailand, and 7 national television and filming see when I received. So it's been fantastic that you know that I achieved that, and altogether I got 13 lifetime award, and then about 3 awards last year. They asked me, I turned it down and said, don't give anymore, let me work. Let me really conduct myself, let me teach, let me help society, let me, you know, be a good person for many years to come, and then give me a award. So now for me, it's about lifetime journey rather than just a short time, not just about 13 and lifetime award, but about for me to move forward and to help so many people in their life to become a champion in life, to be the best they can be.
There's something so authentic about you. It really is, because you've actually reached your goal. You didn't want to win the world championships because you saw longevity in your career, as you were told when you were a child. And that you've done that, you've completed it. And when I see the likes of, or we know sort of Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal or something, a wry smile goes across your face. I mean, did you meet these guys? Because they went one way, didn't they, into those careers and money, and you wanted sort of pedigree and longevity.
Of course, everyone can beat anyone, you know, and, you know, I don't want to just say, right, I can beat him, but in my heart and mind, I can do. But however, and it's for me no point to be the actor, and for me to carry on teaching and to make that right. And so many times I travel the world, and some of instructor, some black belt will come to my seminar and challenge me in front of my student. And well, they didn't last with me within 1 minute, 30 seconds, you know. So, but
right,
I think it's a wrong attitude. And then martial arts is to be humble, to respect oneself, respect the others. All martial art is very, very good for you. Muay Thai is one of the best martial arts.
mm-hmm.
To Kung Fu, Judo, and all martial arts are very, very good for you, physically and mentally. But only people themselves who train martial art, bad attitude, bad person, that will take martial art in the wrong way. So martial art, it really teaches you to have the discipline.
And where did it all start for you? I mean, I know, tell us about your childhood and what happened. We spoke earlier about the events that unfolded as a child with your father, and then subsequently how you reacted, and that's what got you into it. Where you went to live, and you told me a really nice story about the things that unfolded. So let me take you all the way back. You know, I'm full of respect for where you've got to. Where did it all start?
Yes, when I was born in the village called Nampi, which is Uttaradit province in the north of Thailand, not so far from Chiang Mai. Okay, so, and when I was born in 1955, and that's a time when I grew up in the village and all my family. And my father's side is more like school and police. My father was a policeman before, and then he became the chief of village, and then looked after the village and been helping the villager in different village. And he's a government official, so therefore he arrested the headmaster who corrupt and took money from the school fund. Okay, and then my father put him in jail. When he came out of jail, and he got money and employed the gunmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 gunmen. But every one of them came to see my father, Mr. Narong. We love you, we respect you, a very good man. And that headmaster, because you put him in jail, he came out and want you dead. And you know, he want me to kill you, but I don't want to kill you. But one day, someone took money will kill you. 11 gunmen, every one of them came to my father, Mr. Ron, you better kill the you know, head teacher, or you can pay me money, I go kill him. I said, no, my father said, I do my job. I have no will, you know, don't want to kill him, don't want to hurt him. But I can put him to jail again, but as long as he don't die, I still call on living. So finally, the number 11, and that night, normally my father would talk with me to, the Muay Thai tournament, because my father always promote Muay Thai tournament and a fun fair for the temple. However, my father said, no, you stay home till tonight. And he took my father with him, my brother with him. So I really upset, but however, an early morning, that's the time I got news, and the neighbor came to knock on the house and then say to my mom that my father got killed. And so he got shot. And 6 o'clock in the morning, we walk about 7 miles to see my father, because he lived, he worked at the fun fair at the village. So we got there, my father, all his friends, policeman, everybody was there. And I saw my father's body being turned around, could see the blood came out. That moment I hold the fist, I'm going to do revenge. I'm going to kill the man who killed my father, So, and then from that, the life absolutely turned around. And after my father's funeral, and I moved back to the village to where I was born. Because that was the village. Moved to Nampi, where I was born, and I studied in Nampi village in a school. And my mom became nervous breakdown, and that's the time, she said, "Look, I can't look after your son. I have to take you to the, to stay with your grandfather friend." And then I went to Paddyfield and do that. For the secondary school for a year. I finished my education there. I met a very good PE teacher, a Thai boxer, who taught me that as well. And then I finished my secondary school. I went to the high school in the city. So at the time, my mom moved me to the temple, and that's how my life changed, where the monk taught me how to look after myself, study, and then train Muay Thai. I go to fight when I got time, get money for my uniform, my pencil. Finally, I finished my high school in Uttarit province, and I moved to the east of Thailand. I met up with my brother. There's only one brother, and my brother worked in the American Air Base. He's a photographer, and he said, "Brother came here, so I can help you study, and also I can help you to go for university in Bangkok, and then I can pay for you and can look after my mom as well." So then that's the time I went to the East Thailand American Air Force. So I would train to continue train Muay Thai, and also I met a free sparring with my brother. He was very good and with Muay Thai, and we never met each other for a long time. And he was second dan black belt in Taekwondo, and he combined the martial art together, free sparring with me. I thought I was the best what I did, and he kicked me, flattened me over all the floor. And I said, "Brother, what did you do?" I said, "Well, I take you to train combined with Taekwondo." And I went, and within short time, I bypassed everybody because I was very high skilled in Muay Thai. And then when our grandmaster in Taekwondo went to America, and he's an American GI, he's a grandmaster in the Taekwondo. He went, so he asked me, "You want to teach?" "Yeah, I can teach, but I want to teach Muay Thai, and then my brother teaches Taekwondo, and I combine together." And when I was in the American Air Force, been so many want to fight and for to challenge. So we start betting. So in order to get my money education to go to study. So I beat everybody really. And I went to Bangkok. I didn't fight anymore, study. And just about nearly finished my education to get my degree. And I should have stayed on until to take my my award. But my best friend, Grandmaster Buddhi, came England first. He said, "Come to study here." So I came in 1977, and that's how it went. So my life it changed, and from my father died at age of 8, and that whole thing changed because my mom can't look after anymore. and I have to look after myself, and that's why Muay Thai and saved my life really. So move on to in my part with education, sport, and took my Muay Thai as my career, you know, to teach, and that's why I came to this country, 1977. Became a bouncer for 1.5 years, got plenty of money. Everyone got paid for £12.50, £4.50. That time I got £25 an hour, and I was teaching the bouncer not to fight. Not a lot of them just big guy. They want to fight. I said, no, you don't need to. Now I showed them. I said, look, I can fight. What? So I go to taking people down because when I want to, and then I said, oh. That's really good. So I trained them this is here, and they become really confident. And now they use the mouth, then they use the brain, and use the mouth, they use the body. So within 1.5 years, no one to fight. Even a gangster came to, you're a good man, we're not going to fight you. And
yeah, I bet they did.
You know, so.
I bet they did. Yeah, I think I'd rather have you on my side than against me, to be honest. And one thing is interesting, when you do your moves in front of the camera, you just think it's normal. I mean, I relate to that because obviously I'm joking. You see that as normal. It blurs the screen. It's so quick. And this is the first time I've seen you obviously do the moves. And I'm amazed, frightened as well a bit, I must admit. But amazed at the speed you could do. I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you do action.
Maintain my speed because you keep training and training and training. And that's it. It's the master the art. It's about not about salute yourself being a master, grandmaster. A true martial artist is being humble. True martial artist is knowing that anyone can be beaten. So what you do, you keep on practicing, keep on learning. And if you need to protect yourself, you actually really can look at yourself against anyone, any martial art. So that is all about.
There was a time where, I mean, obviously, you know, growing up, had Bruce Lee, for example, and I mean, did you know people like that in your time?
Yes, when I was in the 1972, 74, that Bruce Lee film came out, and we went to watch the film, and everyone got kung fu mad, you know. And kind of really admired him. He got a real charisma about him. He got a real strength about him. He's a real true martial artist. But yeah, again, and the people said, oh, he never fight in the ring. He don't need to fight in the ring. He's a real master. Yeah. He trained so many great fighters, great students, a lot of stars like a James Corbin and, you know, and Joe Louis, who the world champion in karate, trained with him. So, and because he knows what he's capable, he doesn't need to prove that he can become a champion. But for all as a real true martial artist, you will have a real love for being a real excellent teacher. So that's why the title of Grandmaster to me is his ultimate aim. So when I reached that, I said, right, this is what, and I'm so proud of, not just about being a champion in the ring, but champion in life, being a Grandmaster of Muay Thai, that being a real role model to the others, be a teacher of champion, teacher of world champion, teacher of teacher. So that's just how it's about.
In my head, I'm thinking, well, Tyson Fury has just announced that he's going to fight for the world title against Joshua, and I'm thinking, Grandmaster Sken, Bruce Lee. Wait, was that ever on the cards? How would that have turned out?
You're right. You just say Tyson Fury. My best student who trained with me Muay Thai in Thailand in 1972, 74. And he went back to America and he became one excellent trainer to be like Danny Alexio become world champion. He trained the world champion and he became one of the best cutmen for UFC, for boxing. You will see in a boxing tournament, my student called Jacob Stitch Duran, he became a cutman. Tyson Fury hired him to at the corner for his last fight against Deontay, you know, in America. That my best student, who was the corner with Tyson Fury. And we talked to each other. Jacob said, Master, you do so well to yourself. And I said, Jacob, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so well. You're one of the best cutmen now in the UFC, in boxing. So he's doing so well. And that's my student. In the corner, you will see that much that guy, he's Mexican, and American Mexican. He's the best in the business. So Tyson Fury employed him to become a cornerman. So many world champion employed him, best of the best. So
yeah, it seems like you hang around with the best of the best, and in fact you are the best of the best. And you tell a story of, because at Wellity we normalize the conversation around mental health and well-being, and you told a story that really resonated with me when you were in the temple, and I think you were still carrying some anger from the death of your father, and actually the monks didn't want to teach you at the time because they thought that that might fuel the wrong side of you, an aggressive, angry side of you. And they told you to go around the yard carrying something, didn't they?
Yeah, he gave me a square box. Inside there, I know the carcass and the dirt and all you know, rubbish inside the box, 2 of them. And he said, try this, because to start to learn something about your life, you know, to change your life and see I can change you. So he said, okay, put these 2 boxes on your shoulder and walk around the temple for 1 hour, and you'll be absolutely stink and see you can take it. And they say, by the way, that will remind yourself that in your head, your negativity is like a rubbish in that 2 boxes. So let's go walk around the temple for 1 hour, see how you feel. And I was walking after 45 minutes. I was absolutely sick. I nearly sick, you know. And I said, "Sir, just let me put it down." And this is thing. He's laughed, you know, and said, "But if you promise me, if you get rid of that box, that means get rid of your negativity. If you can promise me, allow you to put in a rubbish tank, okay? And then I will teach you Muay Thai." So I said, "Yes, sir. Okay, I will do that." So I put the box away in rubbish tank, and I talked to. He sit me down and he said, "Now remember this. Those rubbish is like your negativity in your brain, anger, vengeance, okay, malice, and you revengeful. And all the negativity, okay, will really harm you. Especially you're going to train martial art or Muay Thai, and your mind will always concentrate on negativity, but your mind is not clear, okay? And so therefore, get rid of all that. Make sure you learn Muay Thai, but I'm going to teach you meditation, okay? And every morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, we did meditation. I fell asleep. He put my ears up, and I said, carry on breathing. Concentrate your breathing, get rid of all the negativity. So every morning the head monk will give a speech and says about angries and forgiveness. The hardest thing to do is to forgive. When someone do some wrong to you, someone kill your father, it's very hard to forgive because you want to kill that man. But he said, life is certain, is death, and that man and who killed your father, he's gonna die anyway. You don't need to kill them, including yourself. You're gonna die. One day you die. One sooner or later. Sometimes you're gonna be ill and die. So make sure you forgive and then move on your life, so you can train your mind becomes clear, much smarter. So when you're fighting, you'll be safe and you'll be smart and you'll be outsmart anybody because you've got real ability in your physically, but the mind have to be very good, don't impair it. Make sure you can use it. So that time I realized that forgiveness is the most difficult thing, but I have to learn to forgive, learn to keep up revenge. And then my mind become clear. So when I trained Muay Thai, I was totally focused and I become much better in myself, much better in my technique, much better in my strategy. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes complete sense. And I know you influenced a lot of people through your fighting and your learning and your, oh, look at me doing that as if I know anything about your teaching and everything. But it seems to me like you're influencing a lot more people through the power of your mind. Now, I know we share a great friend, Adam Cox, who actually got us in contact with each other. And he, you know, you're a hero to him and to his trainer as well. And there's a chap called Sean, who I work with as well, who couldn't believe we were talking today because he trained at one of your gyms once. And so there, you have a far greater reach than maybe, well, I'm sure you are aware of. And do you think you're influencing a lot more people now through your morals and your values and your mindset?
Much more. When I came to this country in 1977, and I was concentrated, wanted to tell people see what Muay Thai is about, how effective. So we concentrate on ring sport in 1977 until 1991. And I realized it's only about 150 students in all from that time. In 1991, I realized that when I need help, my fighter didn't help me. And with a dark day, I said, right, I'm going to leave the gym in UK. I let one of my instructors teaching. I went to the 12 the world.
Right.
So I went to America, and one day when I came back to England, I want to leave England, go back to Thailand. But I met my wife, and we fell in love, and we married, you know, in 1993, and we've been together ever since. You know, we made a long time. And since then, I said, right, don't concentrate on a fighter, a very small 5% of people. Concentrate that 95% to 98% of people were keep fit physically, mentally, health, well-being, and confidence. So since 1991, my club from 150 people, and we can reach up to 4,500 to 6,500 students. That makes sense. Yeah. So and that would make a difference. And now I have trained so many people around the world, not in 100, but in millions. So internet is fantastic, it's big, and now, and so social media, Facebook, Instagram, everything, and every day, and I always go in on Facebook, say something, it's nice and positive to help people. The people said, Master, and some of them came and said, you saved my life. You know, I said I've been through a very tough time. I always have the motto in my life to say, look, I say to this, tough time never lasts, but tough person does. Tough time never lasts, but tough person does. So that helps so many people where they've been through the difficult. One person I knew, the really world champion on the schema, physically martial art, and he found and his wife and had an affair, and he had to kill himself. And he saw my word, and then he didn't kill himself. And then he contacted me. He said, Master, you saved my life. I said, what I said to you? He said, the word that you say, you know, tough time never lasts, tough person does. And I said, and he's mindset, and I said, you are the world champion in a weapon, and you use that spirit to be a winner, not a loser. You killed yourself by being a coward way of doing it. And I said to him as well, hero and coward have the same feeling, fear. Do you want to be hero, or you want a coward? Coward, when they see fear or stress, anger, they really put the head down to the ground and run away or give up. But hero confront their fear. Turn fear, do you know what? Turn fear into fire. Don't give up. Go, move on.
Love that. Turn fear into fire. Sorry, I was just writing it down. Just right under tough time never lasts, but tough person does.
Yeah.
I mean, they've obviously influenced others. So I thought, right, I'm having that. And what was the time? I know when you were younger and in 1990, you faced a period of resilience when you were a bit down on your luck, feeling a bit down. And look at you now, as confident as you are now, your life changed. You married Kay in 93. What advice could you give to other people? Because at the time when you were down, I didn't, and I know a lot of other people feel that they can't get out of it. What's the point? Can't be bothered. What advice would you give?
Now, important you have, you in your lifetime, you should have, someone you can share. There's no point you have no one to share with. And sometimes, when I'm on my own, I try to, because I'm not using my fighting spirit, to tell myself the tough time are us, but tough person does. And I always face my own difficulty, and I always overcome it. But any of you who never trained martial art and you haven't got fighting spirit, it's important to have someone you love, your family, someone to care for you, need them help. You know, sometimes even I'm the teacher and grandmaster of Muay Thai now. Sometimes I feel low, feel down, think of homesick. I want to give up, don't want to teach people anymore because some of them really, upset me sometimes because you spend a lot of time to help somebody to be great champion, to be an instructor, but they're totally ungrateful. And that's a time you say, right, I don't want to teach anybody. But I got a wonderful friend, it's my wife, and that's why we both help each other. And sometimes, and I feel really low, and she always bring me up. And that's why I Adam, and I said, Adam, I said to the student, I said, the Ronnie Green, I said, oh, the world champion, need your family, need a loved one to support you, find someone who really care for you. Because sometimes you need help, even in the business. I will say that you got a team together, each of us achieve miracle stroke more than a team. So like in life, when you need a team, you need someone who really love you, care for you. And that is a special team that to support each other. And that team will put you up and become you stronger as a person. And that you will achieve a miracle stroke more. And that's why even a difficult time, even me now, I've been fighting all my life and I still need someone help, okay? And many times I feel, when I got a stroke and I feel even I tried to find the app and I couldn't dial the phone properly, I can't speak properly. When I got a stroke, I lost my English completely. I determined to write, learn, read, and my wife support and help, and the students support and help. And that's now, and I was only about 4 months later on, I 98 to 90 to 100% recovery. And however, and the nurse said sometimes if you overdo something, your mind can go back to square one. So that moment, and you experience that I would have appointment with you. I lost my memory just like that for a day. And I get back every morning, meditation, back to training again, back to again. They're so important that my advice is to everybody. If you have the fighting spirit on your own, you can do it and do it. But if you can't, you need help, need medical advice, need a doctor, need a psychiatrist, need a friends and family, need someone who really care for you. And in life, and I always say, look, you need to surround with the people who really care for you, who share the same minded. Okay, and get rid of all those, the people who are so negative, who really try to harm you. And I love gardening, and gardening is what it's about. I get rid of all weeds. And if my beautiful plant, and if I don't look after it for weeks and months, my people gonna die. So you get rid of that weed. Human life very much the same. So you find the people who are not weak, who are really good people, who really share the attitude, great feeling with you, rather than just, you know, try to destroy you. So in your life, meet the right people, and with army, with good people, wow, you go so far. That's my advice.
I think that's going to be the title of your book, Getting Rid of the Weeds. I love that. Now, you've also made, so you've conquered the world in your sport, you've conquered the world in your influence, and you then have gone across into business as well.
Yeah.
What is harder, fighting in the ring or starting a business?
Business is very difficult because you have to have a business head on. And in the Buddhist philosophy that we, everywhere we have food, you know, to our mouth and to live, and a roof over our head we find. But in business, it's, you know, it's a so different world. So you need to understand the strategy, the right timing, and get the right people, and to sell your product. But luckily, the product is me when I teach. It's a high quality, and the people will always come to me. And or in the real business structure, when I was on my own, I always give everything away, because in the Buddhist we just give, bring luck, you know. So, and my wife helped me and support me, and we run the business together. And certain thing, it not a right attitude to run a business. And my wife is very good structure, and also the really smart, and helping to make sure that we do something really professional and very good, and people that really want to support us, to buy from us.
And what did you do? Did you set up a few gyms, did you?
Yeah, we used to teach many gym, but there are too many, so we just concentrate on one, so people can come to one place, let you come to travel. And now it's not the franchise, but the student who love the way I teach. When I teach them, then they can just join the group, MSA, Master Sken Academy, and then we can give a license to them, so they can pay some money and toward our life and expenses. So just, you know, a small group of people, and I get rid of all those thousands of people, you know, to just share the feeling and the business with a good small group of people, you know. So really, in business-wise, we don't want to just do everything. It's a business. It's about our passion. It's about our life, and then enough living. So at the moment, yeah, we look at lockdown now. It's quite hard. We can't teach, and so I concentrate on more now teaching online in order to have an income and teach people, and to make sure that we have enough income to live with. So.
And Grandmaster, we want to, within the Wellity community, promote you and your gyms and your business and your online activity, because we couldn't find anyone to sum up more what we're about than talking to you with your values, your strength, your morals, putting your own self-improvement before world titles, flash cars, and everything else like that. I mean, you're pure, and it's just terrific to see. We don't see this very often in today's world, where everyone wants shiny stuff all the time. I'm surprised that I'm almost surprised there hasn't been a film made about you. You've got such a good story. And if there was a film, who would you want to play you? Which actor?
There have been many film company, you know, in Thailand. They asked me to become the star in Thailand, but I turned it down. I always said, I'm not a star. I'm not, you know, I'm a teacher. I love my teaching. That's it. I'm gonna go out. I came here. They asked me to do Batman film with Michael Keaton, and you will see I was a swordman fighting with, you know, the Batman. and they asked me to go to America to do more film, but I turned it down because my passion is my teaching. So I advise to everybody, if you want to do something and you enjoy what you do and believe what you do and have a passion about it, go for it. And therefore, you know, don't let anyone stop you and make you change your course, your belief, and your well-being. You know, so that's why this is important. But however, and I will still continue teaching and hope anyone to listen to the story and you know, come to train Muay Thai with me. It's gonna be online, and we can, and at the end of the day, you can put my website, so we can people can keep in touch and come to train. And especially we work on a lot online now, because you can see we can't teach in the gym, and so online is fantastic. So
okay, and I'm going to come up and see you when lockdown's finished. Where are you based? Where can people find you?
Yeah, and our website www.mastersken.com. Okay, and I'm now in the Ross-on-Wye. Okay, in Hertfordshire, not Hertfordshire, Hertfordshire, which is half, you know, between Southwest and Birmingham. Okay, Hertfordshire, and that is in the city. It's all surrounding my house, and also with tree and a beautiful countryside. You know, not in a concrete jungle like a London, like, you know, in Manchester. So that's why we came here, and outside, out the door, all the trees, 360 degree or countryside, you know, and it's fantastic. It's important. If you feel depressed, my advice is go out walking, or running, jogging, do sport, do martial art, train Muay Thai, get up online, train with me, or train with somebody who near you. Do it, you know, and that's why health and well-being. You know what? Health is wealth. That makes sense? Health is wealth.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. And can I come up and see you after? Can I come up and see you after this and see those moves?
Then I will give you free lessons. Simon, train with me, okay?
I would, yeah, no, I'll pay for it. It's worth paying for a lesson with Grandmaster Sken. I mean, the problem is that when you were doing your moves, I'd love to see a few more. Honestly, yeah. It was impressive. It was so impressive because I couldn't keep up. So, I'd love to see that firsthand. Now, here's a question for you. After experiencing the death of your father, being brought up by your mother and then being brought up in temples with monks, to then and educating yourself with clarity of mind, being the best in the world at a sport, coming over to England, working on the doors, as they say, to try and support yourself, and then coming into this lovely world of teaching and then business. Crikey. I mean, if we could sum everything up, it's quite a big question. What is the definition of well-being for you?
Well-being is a healthy mind. And
yeah.
And when you live, you really enjoy life. The happiness is within inside you. Okay, you don't go far anywhere. First, from inside you, be able to feel so comfortable with yourself, and learn how to respect yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and respect the others. So you become a real humble and become very positive and in your mind that I want to live this world being good. And that's a real, for me, a real definition of being a health and well-being.
So again, morals and values shine through for you.
That's right.
Yeah. Look, I was going to ask what one takeaway would be for everyone, but you've said it. I mean, you've said so much in this time. So look, we're going to put this video up onto the Wellity platform. We're going to promote Grandmaster Sken and your online activities until people are out of lockdown. We at Wellity want to normalize the conversation around mental health to give everyone the opportunity to become better versions of themselves. They will be able to take so much from this, and it would be great to have you as a Wellity ambassador just like we would love to be an ambassador for you, because look, I'm in awe of you. I can tell why Adam introduced us to. I'd love to work with you again in the future, and I can't thank you enough for your time.
With my pleasure. Thank you very much, and pleasure to speak to you, Simon, and keep on working. It's really well-being is all about, and it's fantastic in the concept. Okay, so take good care, and hopefully see you in fresh in the future. All right, and take good care of yourself, and keep on working. Keep up good work. Okay, Wellity. Okay, take good care.